Hi Virgos, if you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence in color. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. The color ink blot is complementary to your earlier in May, but really anytime you decide to receive this, the contrastual one. I'm going to scry your ink, add on Tarot and Oracle, and the spirit box is rocking and rolling already for the Virgos. As always, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to take a moment here if you'd like to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palette, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. I'm seeing a koala bear. Yep, a koala bear. Maybe that symbology means something to someone. Could be a spirit animal you're working with. I admit I'm not really, entirely sure what my personal resonance would be in regards to that. I'd maybe do a Google or a lookup. But if you know, you know. There's something about headphones being on. Headphones, I'm listening to, they're like big puffy ones. I don't know, it doesn't necessarily feel like I'm closing anything out, Virgos. It actually feels like I'm immersing myself in sound. Spoken word to music and something in between. Like to audiobooks, to like lifting up my energy versus where TV lowers the energy. And see, it's like, okay, maybe you've watched some TV and you're like, okay, I'm going to fill my vibration up again. And I'm going to listen to a favorite tune or rock and roll or whatever the case may be, or classical music. I feel like it's very specific in knowing your needs. And sound can help, or sound may be an influence that you're like fine tuning. I'm seeing old school jokers. I think they're jokers. Or like those people, I think they're like back in the day. And if there's like a king and queen, jester, it's a jester. Joker, jester. Inspired one way or the other. They're like talking, and it's in the crown of this koala.
Strangled.
It's pretty intense. There's also a goose up in, it looks like a mother goose, quite specifically, Canadian goose. Up in the sky, there's somebody in spirit, maybe that was strangled, or when I'm healing or thinking about this person, kind of like strangles my heart. I come into the koala again. I'm really not sure what that symbology means. I'm seeing a lizard, very clearly a lizard, and like one of those lizards that are on a rock and it's sunbathing, and I don't know what the skin or something of it can do, but it can like fan out. Is it an iguana? No, I don't know what kind of lizard it is. They're bigger, not massive,
Why
bigger.
is she here?
I actually think people have them as pets. That symbology may mean something to someone as well. You know what else I'm seeing? So curious. I don't know what culture or anything like that is the source of this inspiration, but I'm seeing like a clear kettle, like clear tea or teapot, and it has one of those flowering teas in it. I don't know if it's simply decorative or it's actually a tea you can drink, but there's something about that, and I can see it like opening up. It's almost as if like as I'm watching it open, and it kind of goes like ping, 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 ping. And I don't know, it keeps unfolding and unfolding. Virgos, maybe you're doing something that's unfolding. I come back to sound, like a sound bath, sound healing, music in general. I'm also hearing, like when I go back up to the jesters, laughing, like laughter is medicine, all that kind of good stuff. But I'm just simply enjoying laughing, like watching comedians, different senses of humor. And I'm having like a really good time when I'm up there. A really good time when I'm up there. I'm also seeing like cat eye mascara. Or no, it's eyeliner. Obviously, I'm not a great girl. I don't really know, or just a great makeup person. Sorry. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like, does that excuse me, eye thing? I think it's cat eye. I could be very wrong, but there's something about eyeliner, and it kind of makes me feel all like Catwoman like. That's what's bringing me into like a, but it's attached to this lizard thing. But this lizard's of love. It's very, very light green. It's not, the tail's plugged into almost like the nostrils of these cat eyes. I wonder if it is actually, is it cat eyes? Anyway, I'm seeing fox ears. Interesting. So when I wander into the fox ears and then I bounce up to the koala with the headphones, it's like, for me anyway, please follow what you see, sense, or feel. The fox ears is, for me, it's like any sort of mischievous. It doesn't mean it's malicious in nature, just some sort of, I don't know, mischievous, whatever the word is, mischievousness around. Maybe even in conversations with people, or again, like fine tuning into a song you might have liked for a long, long time, and you really listen to the words and you're like, oh. It's almost like that's the wisdom that Virgos have right now in any context, relationship, platonic, all those kind of good things, personal, professional. The song is all like da 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 da, but the message, that's what this feels like. Do you know what I'm saying, Virgos? Like, that's what this feels like. You have the ability to do. You have a growing discernment with the fox ears. And then you can almost like stop it and surrender to whatever sound you actually want to tune into that has a good rhythm and message. But you're like noticing if something's off. Even within the self, and more importantly within the self, if I may. It's like I can see someone or something going through a hurt in whatever context, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Sorry, my throat is just very uncomfortable this morning. And I'm noticing, like I'm doing the things to heal or to be better. And then when things come around or there's like, a discomfort, I say things that are non-conducive or non-enhancing of the healing. And it's almost like I sink into the soreness. Like I keep seeing like soreness of muscles and just achy. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand. So maybe there is something about love somewhere. Love for self, love for another. The frequency of love, the channel, the context of what it is none of my business. Okay, so I'm seeing
Purgatory.
interesting how do I say? There's a gentleman with a mustache and glasses. He sees you with, I think more from when you were a child. Even if you're very adult, like you always remain a child in his heart, in his eyes. You can see like his whiskers of his nose. He's smiling. There's something about humor in here, which is interesting because the spirit box seems to be
Want.
in a different space, and that's okay. It doesn't have to resonate. It's not about pulling things together. But what I'm noticing is the very wisdom I spoke of earlier to Virgo. There's this message or this song, this sound, and then I'm really listening to the words, and there's this message, this song, this sound. You know what I mean, Virgos? And it's like you're getting to, it's not, of course you get to choose, but I'm not ignoring, you know? It's like I want to say an example of saying something in a really friendly tone, like maybe a passive aggressiveness, but that's not actually what it feels like. It feels more like I'm hearing a song that's like, a love song. But if you really listen to the words, it's not positive love. It's like obsessive love. Or what's that one song? I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I don't know if that's actually the song, but something along that lines. If you listen to it, I think it might not be the song. It's like really like obsessive stalkery feel. It could
Winter solstice.
Could be a spiritual stalker. Could be an actual stalker. Maybe you were the one stalking, like looking for it. Do you know what I'm saying, Virgos? This is very weird. I come back to the koala. And I don't know if it's actually true in their natural demeanor, but I'm getting the feeling like you think they're friendly, but they're not friendly. Is that true? I don't know if that's a truth in their nature. I feel like that might be something else, but maybe I'm wrong. The underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Eternal love. Love is love is love and is transcended by physical death. Protection. Jack-o'-lantern. It feels like that male. The male is like in your heart space, but the female, the goose, the mother, and again the Canadian goose in and of itself may have a symbolic meaning, and please follow that. But she's more up in the humor area, the creative area, watching you like consider and contemplate and change things up. But this male is like goofy. He's just goofy, or he has goofy moments. Eternal love. There is parents of some sort here, or two people, a male and a female. Virgos, if I'm being honest, in the underworld where all things begin and pause again. Yeah, now I'm looking at your contrastal blot, and I don't know if it's even from before, but it's like sticking the tongue out, tongue depressor. It's like check, and what's being said, what's being sung. What am I saying to myself? Something about the pomegranate seeds as well may have a meaning for someone. Because it's in the mouth. What's being said? Whew. I'm going to flip it, Virgos. Holy schmoly macaroni. Could even be like there's some...
Cell.
Interesting. Yours, the spirit box just said cell. And typically I would wander to like a cell of imprisonment, purgatory, strangled. So there might be somebody in spirit that you're aware of in the Virgo collective, in your lineage of sorts, that was imprisoned for something that they've done. They might be trying to communicate with you in some way, shape, or form. I'm not getting the sensation that it's helpful for you. Like you could actually be... it could be hindering your health, spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, this, that, or the other. But this ghost, if I may, we'll just get into it, does have regret. But I feel like it is connecting into potentially you as a Virgo. I know this is a very specific message of somebody who may have done something in the past. I'm even feeling strangly in my... And that was happening before I even started your reading. I kept feeling very strangly. Now I'm seeing a lion. No. Is it a lion or a tiger? Lots of feline energy in here. Okay, Skull of Light was also the illumination. So maybe even that'll inspire if
Basement.
you're not necessarily resonating with the spirit that's here. Could be hindering your, like, their regret is being somehow healed through you, but it's not actually helping you. Could be that Joker thing. Raising the vibes, raising the energy. TV on, TV off, radio music on, radio music off, and like different. Anyway, okay. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm seeing
UFO.
Lucky Charms. I think it's a tiger. Yeah. There's lots of cat energy around you, which I think is feeling for me very protective from this fox. I'm going to call it a fox because even if it's not that spirit in general, it could be another person in general you have around you that is currently incarnate, physical here and there. And I don't know. I don't like their vibe a whole lot.
Scorpio.
Could be a Scorpio. Could be a Scorpio. Their vibe feels like all those words are coming in, strangling me, my voice, purgatory-ish in regards to letting go and moving on. I feel like I'm in a cell. And that might be something in the heart space. Okay. I'm just going to keep going here, Virgos. This is like intense. Okay, I'm seeing scales. There's baggage. There's somebody around you spiritually or physically has baggage. And I feel like they're trying to give it to you, or they have asked you to carry it in some sort of obligation that has been attached to love. And I don't know that the frequency of love actually matches the Virgo energy of love. It's higher. Virgo's frequency of love is higher. This isn't a hierarchy of better or worse, this, that, or the other. It's almost like a cleaner. Okay. Sorry, Lucky Charms. I know I said Lucky Charms. I saw in there, and I'm also seeing a fountain. But I'm seeing the fountain like stress. Like if I was in a cartoon and there was like stress or worry coming out of the crown of my head. It's like, that's what I'm seeing. Somebody wants me to see one way. And I'm trying to do things. Maybe it's through humor, maybe it's through healing, even through my own words, like, oh, this is hurting, or maybe something flares up. And yes, it could be, hurting. But I'm hearing, like, I'm reaffirming the helping and the healing I can add versus like shaming myself or feeling like a victim. Like, I can't believe this is happening again. I can't believe I did this. Like, that's not adding to the helping of the self or somebody else. If you're like a nurse practitioner or something like that, like those words, or they're being applied to you from someone else. We have here will and action. Those wombats. I don't know what wombats means, but maybe that will mean something to somebody. This is like universal action with the frequencies. Virgo's staying in high frequencies. If you have any regrets beyond the ghost that may have been imprisoned for something, if you yourself have any regrets, it's almost as if I can sense that you're working through them. It doesn't make it easier. Wisdom just came in there. How do I say that? No. How do I say that? Okay, thank you. So it's almost as if I, being a guest in the Virgo aura, if anyone has any regrets, I'm not regressing into the energy of the regret. Does that make sense? Like if the regret is here
What date is it?
and I'm thinking about it, dealing with it, contemplating, or maybe it's in my heart space, but the regret is in my belly. You know what I mean? Like apply whatever it may be, or I have headaches of regrets of thoughts, and then my higher self. Like it's almost like you can apply that. I'm not regressing to where the regret is, which I'm getting the sensation lowers me. But the Virgos are like aiming high through will and possibly invisible action and wisdom. Like see even how it's like she's standing up on books, like the wisdom and like connecting the dots of the stars. If anyone thinks that they're like infecting or affecting a Virgo, they might be, taking things like, can you put this in my purse? Can you put this in, or can you hold this for me? 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 It's weird. I just saw like an interesting thing of one,
Again.
the Virgo might be like, yeah, but I have a hole in my purse. And you're like, well, no, just hold it for me. Like, that's how quick somebody is to get rid of something and hand it off to you. And the Virgo's like, well, I have a hole in my purse. And they're like, what? They're not listening fully. And you're actually not carrying it for them. Not for someone in your lineage, for regrets of love. This is not yours to carry anymore. The balance of the scales is coming through. Yeah, that's what that feels like. And it's like they come back around and be like, you haven't been thinking about this? You haven't been stewing? Like this hasn't been hurting you? And you're like, well, I'm not carrying it. I care, but I don't carry it for you. Does that make sense, Virgos? I feel like this is a convoluted message potentially, but it's friggin' wise. It's friggin' wise. Because there's like things happening. And I do kind of get the sense that whether it's in a particular message for certain people or it's a culmination of those in maybe the astral realm, elementals, energies to physical people in different places. Laugh. Allowed to have a sense of humor through all this. HE double hockey
What
sticks.
happened?
Okay, closing out here. Mother, wife, sister, daughter, lady, nada. Find the blessings in your current situation, Virgos. Like, how sweet is that? How sweet it is to be loved by you. Go now. Fertility of frequencies. Go now. And find the blessings. You might be the feminine. Mother, wife, sister, daughter. Could also be that mother goose that was on the other end. Could be this eye of the tiger. Lots of just lots of tunes coming in. Listen to the words. Don't get hypnotized by just the tune. Listen to the words and put the message. Connect your wisdoms together. Like connect the dots. Do you align? Do you not? There's no judgment there. It's a matter of like you just being very, very aware. And you are finding the blessings in current situations, in currencies of connections, companions, etc., even communications. Virgos are on it. Keep asking me to carry things, but you never ask me what the condition of my purse is in. What's the condition of my vehicle? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Virgos, I'm going to let you go. You are on a roll. And it's... like I dare say, anyone stepping forward into the Virgo energy, the way I'm feeling it anyway, it's if there's any sort of, well, it's basically like Catwoman or Catman. I don't even know if there's a Catman, but that's fine. Cat, the feline energy, they are noticing night vision, day vision. You might be sleeping a lot more. Rest up because when you're on, you're on. You've got luck, and luck is in the eyes. Like there is lucky charms around you.
Niece.
Yeah. Niece. I heard peace, but maybe you have a niece that can help you bring joy. I don't know. It's fantastic. You were on a mission. It feels like a mission makeover. You've got the strength to do it. You got the willpower to. Okay. All right, Virgos. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for being you. And may those who approach you and not be of their highest, not their best, even at their worst, but the most pure portion of themselves. Virgos know. Virgos know. But it's not yours. Don't hold it. Don't hold it, Virgos. You got your own stuff to do, and that's where all the luck is. That's where all the luck is. Okay, I love you. Gotta go.